What's up, spectators? Welcome back to another episode of Ace Attorney Investigations 2. We're back in present time, and we must make Gregory proud by solving the current case, which was completely unfinished. Here we go. I'd better leave the IS-7 documents and evidence with you then. Alright, here are the documents. By the by, the parts in orange are Uncle Ray's old notes. Okay. Thank you. And now, here's the IS-7 evidence. There's a lot, so make sure to look over it while you investigate. Received a lot of IS-7 evidence from Mr. Shields. Right. I'll check through it later. Anyway, there's so many strange things about this case. Indeed. Those involved in the case 18 years ago have reunited, and another incident occurs. Replicas of the statues from 18 years ago were displayed in the Winter Palace, and poison gas was released in the Autumn Palace, which had been disguised as the Winter Palace. The two chemicals in the Pisces case, normalium and fatalium, were mixed, causing an outbreak of poison gas. The victim of the poison gas was Dane Gustavia, a person involved in the IS-7 incident. Because he was unconscious, he received treatment in the Zodiac Art Gallery's infirmary. Finally, the dead body found floating in the fountain. And once again, the ice sculptures have melted. There are deep connections between the two cases. Deep, real deep. It's possible there are still some clues left from 18 years ago. Right, let's get started. Just 1 second. Don't tell me you've forgotten about moi. Didn't I tell you that I'm the one in charge of this case? Prosecutor Edgeworth, if you intend to continue disrupting Sebastian's investigation, the word guilty will be added to your PIC report. What does she mean, guilty? Please allow me to assist in your investigation as before. I appreciate your proposal, but I'm afraid I must overrule it. That was fast. Even though we're short on hands to identify the victim right now, it's only a matter of time until we figure it out. In that case, I shall take that load off your shoulders at once. Regarding the identity of the unidentified body, one person comes to mind. Really? Then tell us. Very well. It's not just the sculptures that have made a comeback from the incident 18 years ago. The body in the fountain is... They're thinking Dover, which is really weird, because it doesn't make sense to be Dover. But he's got the same ponytail and everything. It's likely that the identity of the body is the victim of the murder that occurred here 18 years ago. Isaac Dover. It's Icy's body? Who dat? I never heard of him. Mr. Isaac Dover, a truly great sculptor. But he was better known as Pierre. The sculptures on display here in the museum are all his creations. Ah, so in other words, that sculptor was the best. Somehow, I feel a strong kinship to him. And he was the victim of the IS-7 incident. She knew about the IS-7 incident. Prosecutor Edgeworth, the IS-7 incident occurred 18 years ago. And what's more, the police reported the removal of the body. That's what's on the record, but I wonder if that really is the truth. What are you saying? The defense attorney in the IS-7 incident claimed that the body was never found. Not that the prosecution would ever admit to such a thing. He never died? Hello? Really? Is something wrong, Sebastian? No, it's just... They said that they know who the victim is. It's just as that prosecutor says. It's Dover. No, it can't be. It would seem my father's suspicions were correct. What is it, Judge Courtney? Have you finally realized that I'm much better than you? And DeBest, both of you combined? Hey, you! Are you trying to steal DeBest's position for yourself? I'm doing no such thing. I just want to know the truth. And for that to happen, we need to cooperate. No? The truth is none of your concern.
Objection.
I don't think that's true, Courtney Pie. You again? Uncle Ray assisted the defense attorney involved in the IS-7 incident. The one who claimed that Mr. Dover's body was never found. The prosecution denied it at the time, but now the body's been discovered here. In other words, the IS-7 investigation was unjust. And isn't it the duty of the PIC to investigate corrupt prosecutors? Then, wouldn't you want to cooperate with those who were involved in the case? Unless you have an ulterior motive. Now that I think about it, Judge Courtney knew about the IS-7 incident. So it would seem she really is here because of the PIC. We're the PIC, y'all. Here comes the PIC! Even if you're related to the incident, I don't see how Prosecutor Edgeworth is. He is the son of the attorney in that case, and a prosecutor taught by Von Karma himself. And what's more, he was in the audience at the IS-7 trial. I'm sure there are many points he can enlighten us on. Very well, I will allow you to cooperate. However, your investigation must not hinder the other investigators. The Winter Palace is currently being investigated, but the fountain patio is open to you. That's my Courtney. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking. As thanks, I will allow you to have a hug with Uncle Ray. Overruled. If I feel your cooperation isn't needed, I will have to ask you to leave. Understood? Isn't that great, Miles? Now we can start investigating. You really helped us there. Uncle Ray did it all for himself. All right, Uncle Ray's going to investigate too, so let me know if you figure something out. Got it. Right then. Okay, let's begin the investigation. Okay, let's do this. We still don't know where Mr. Dover's body and the Normalium were hidden. We don't have enough information to go on. You're right. Our first priority is the Normalium. Well, Normalium is used in washing detergents, paints, and the like. If I recall, it's a red liquid with a minty aroma. Let's get looking for Normalium. Can I go in any of the rooms? There's a fir tree in the front of this door, but that door leads to the Autumn Palace. Fir trees are winter trees, so this must have been placed here as a red herring. Well then, why don't we paint it an autumn red? Okay, fir trees are green all year round. I knew that! No, you didn't. Nope, you didn't. No, you didn't. Ba-da-da! On the shelf are trophies commemorating Isaac Dover's work as Pierre. He truly was a first-rate artist. There are quite a number of trophies lined up here. I remember you have some trophies too, Mr. Edgeworth. I'd love to have some too, if only there were a contest for thieves. How about it, Mr. Edgeworth? We can hold one at the prosecutor's office. I don't mind you holding a contest, but all the participants would be arrested. Yeah, it's perfect! You can arrest all thieves everywhere all at once. It's brilliant. Brilliant! Prosecutor DeBest ordered me not to let you investigate anything but this room. I absolutely cannot let you pass through any further than this. I'm sorry. I won't, since I can't pass through anyway. You're standing in front of a wall. No! After all, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth. If you really want to, this wall wouldn't stop you. You're even more fearsome than I thought, Mr. Edgeworth. Just what kind of human do these people think I am? The Hulk? So many people! Ah! On this service cart, Mrs. Hall has prepared her tea set. According to the pamphlet, the museum is also famous for its tea. Yes, it certainly had a flavorful, rich taste. It seems this tea set was also made by Mr. Dover. Oh, so the tea set was made by the victim. Let's take a closer look. I don't know what we're expecting to find here. So this tea set was made by Isaac Dover. Fancy stuff, huh? Okay, I'd say this tea set is worth thousands of dollars. Please be careful with it. This tea set is such a treasure? Please don't look so excited. If I recall correctly, Mrs. Hall was a huge fan of Mr. Dover. Teapot data jotted down. Edgy! Ugh. What? Be careful with that teapot. Why must I be warned by him of all people? Would you care for some tea? Miss Hall. Katie! No, I'm fine, thanks. Kay and Edgy, you guys can have some. Well, since you asked, we might as well take a short break. Certainly. Thanks for the tea. Wow, it's so tasty. What kind of tea is this, Mr. Edgeworth? It's Ceylon tea, known for its citrus aroma. However, Miss Hall, is this the same tea you served us this morning? Yes, that's right. Was it not to your liking? No, it's not that. The tea we had this morning had a slightly different aroma. How strange! It's the same Ceylon tea I served this morning. There shouldn't be anything different about it. What's wrong with you, Edgy? Quit nitpicking about the tea Katie so kindly prepared for you. Larry? What are you getting so upset about? I'm not upset! You're just being a rude jerk! And I told you to call me Laurice. I'm not gonna talk to you anymore! Good. Shut up. It's like arguing with a child. Laurice, I wonder what's wrong. I'd like to ask him that later myself. And I also need to speak with Miss Hall. I don't have any evidence that shows she's the culprit, but I dare say she's the one who set up the poison gas trap. Hold on a minute. Don't tell me these are related. Okay, it's not related. Okay. Not exactly a shining example of the perfect line of logic. Okay. I did see a sort of tea stain on the floor. Can we examine this vomit? Vomit. This smell and this color. And this taste. Vomit. Don't tell me this is a puddle of tea. There's a piece of pottery in the middle of the puddle. Found in puddle of tea, design looks familiar. I wonder what broke? I think I recognize the design. I should probably show this to that man and see what he has to say. To Ray? Hey, Ray! How's the investigation going? Well, little by little, I'm beginning to see the entire truth behind this case. That's good to hear. Uncle Ray better not fall behind either. This, eh? This evidence holds the so-called key to the case, right? It's possible. Yup, then hold on to it closely. Hurry, hurry, put it away. He doesn't think much about this. That's it? Okay. This case seems to have a lot in common with the case 18 years ago. I agree. The melted ice in the Winter Palace and the body of the victim from 18 years ago. I wonder why nobody ever noticed the body was missing after all this time. The only family, oh god, I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning. The only family Mr. Dover had was a young son. His son and Mr. Gustavia's son, who attended the same elementary school. After the case, they both went missing. Where? And they haven't been found yet? I haven't heard any news about Mr. Gustavia's son being found. But as for Mr. Dover's son, he was found and his inheritance was delivered to him. Don't tell me Gustavia's son is someone like the best. And because of that, Mr. Dover never had a proper funeral. That way they were able to make it look like the body had been in police custody. The autopsy report had also been forged, so nobody but the defense ever found out. Von Karma would go that far. Okay, good talk. Good talk, buddy. Let's go back to this tea set. Oh, okay, maybe I don't have to, never mind. Let's see, what else is there? This lift trolley's just been left here. I wonder if it was used recently to carry something heavy. The surface of the platform appears to be wet. I remember seeing this lift trolley someplace before. You mean during the IS-7 incident? Ah, that's right. I remember now. It was in Dover's room. If I remember correctly, it was used to transport the ice sculptures. The lift trolley has a feature that allows you to adjust the height and angle of the platform. With just one of these, a single person can move the sculptures all by themselves. Okay. How convenient! I want one too. For what? Why is there a lift trolley here? I guess that's something we'll need to think about. Yes, it could be related to the case. Ba 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 ba. Let's go around to the other side. See the I guess we could ask Larry about the pottery thing. I don't think that's gonna be very useful though. What about this guy? We've recovered the victim's body. Forensics are currently performing the autopsy. And what of the investigation of the fountain? The fountain is completely clear. You can cleanse both your heart and soul with it. A body was floating in this fountain just a moment ago, though. Larry, tell me what you're hiding. You two, stop glaring at each other like that. I'm not glaring, Kay. I'm using my artiste perspective. Edgy's the one who's glaring. Then, if you know what's good for you, you'll tell me what you're hiding right now. No way, dude. Didn't I say that I'm not talking to you anymore? Aren't you talking to me right now? From now on, I'm definitely not talking to you anymore. I'm not gonna get anywhere like this. Looks like I'll have to force it out of him. Hiding something? Larry, what are you hiding? Hey, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. This isn't the time to be playing around, you know. I wasn't playing around! Still, looks like Larice won't be taking... Oh, God, it is so early in the... I'm having such a hard time reading. Okay. Talking anytime soon. If he isn't going to talk to us unwillingly... Willingly? Oh, my God. I'll just have to force him to talk. I may just have something on what he's hiding. I should present that to him and see what he says. This must be the presenting I was talking about. I'm gonna present it so, that way next video I'll remember, where I left off, but it's been 20 minutes, and I'm starting to turn words into other words which is gonna be a problem if I'm reading. So why don't we resume this tomorrow? So stay tuned and have a lovely Thursday. Bye-bye.